I'm going to take a look at my first GMGoW build for any of the new PC players that want to platinum the game and see what gear I use, or if anyone just wants to play again and try and give me God of War. This is the build we're going to go over today. Starting here with the weapons and the runic attacks, I liked Wrath of the Frost Ancient for my build because it had a relatively low cooldown and it does a ton of damage, especially to Valkyries and other enemies. The River of Knives, it also has a fairly low cooldown. It's a very quick attack. The startup time is very low, so that makes it good when you're in a pinch. I chose the Wing of Fallen because it has the additional energy blade at the end of the R1 combo that can actually break Valkyries out of, or could put them into hit stun rather. So that's really good. It also stacks with the Blades Pommel I used, the effect. For the blades, Wrath of Artemis, low cooldown, has 2 attacks, does a decent amount of damage. Same thing with Hyperion Grapple, low cooldown, does a lot of damage. It also puts you into the Blade second stance after the attack, which is useful for Valkyrie fights. And then the Grips of the Valkyrie Pommel, the perk stacks with the Axe Pommel. And then for Atreus, the Wolves. Now for the build, I like mixing and matching different armors, so I went with the Cursed Mist chest. The build I was going for was more focused on strength and runic and cooldown. I don't think luck is really a viable build until a New Game Plus, so I didn't really put any type of emphasis on luck there. So with this, a lot of enchantments just to increase stats. So Tear Shard, this one here for Axe Throw, strength, and then Heart of Anaheim, even though you have low luck with this build, because it has a medium or moderate proc chance, it still will proc, and getting runic or strength is pretty useful. Then I did the Magma Wrappings, also a moderate chance of proccing, but really the cooldown is what I was looking for here. This has a ton of cooldown in this set. With this, the Heart of Valkyrie, so this, it's not listed, but when this procs, it actually heals you a little bit. So that's very useful, not listed there. This one, it heals you and it gives you a boost to strength if you're at a critical level. And then this one was mostly for the strength perk. With the Waistguard of the Valkyrie, because this has a high perk activation chance, you don't need a ton of luck, and you can get it to proc fairly often for the Blessing of Runic. It actually does make the damage of your runic attacks increase a bit, so that's nice. This was really just for the runic stats. I don't find this perk that useful. When you do a new game for the first time, there's not so many useful enchantments, at least ones that will get you to level 9, which was also important for my build. Then this one here, of course, to give you some speed when dodging, very useful, and then this one to increase the running speed so you can stay very mobile. Last one here, Shattered Gauntlet of the Ages. I don't think this is necessarily the best talisman, but I used it because this is one of the 2 ways to actually get to level 9 the first time you play through a Gimme God of War. So I used this because it has the 3 enchantment slots, and then I used 3 enchantments that would give it the full power up with the lasers and the missiles. So these 3 here are 3 of the, I believe there are 5 or 6 that you can leverage. I just chose this combination here. And then for Atreus, I just chose the Sharpshooter garb. It's really, there's 3 of them endgame garbs you can choose for him. This is just the one I happen to like the best. And of course, Gimme God of War difficulty. And I'll throw in the end of my battle with Sigrun on this playthrough. Unfortunately, at the time, this was a while ago, I didn't save the full fight, but I do have the end, so I'll run that now.